What?
You gotta smile, man.
Like I say, I'm not in a good mood.
I know, but you got in there all mean mugging.
Just tired and just don't feel good.
Come on.
Exhausted.
Now let the people flow in.
I got this guy who texts me all the time. And, he wants to talk on the phone. I don't like talking on the phone.
Yeah.
I just don't like talking on the phone. I got way too much going. I'm too busy. I have way too much going on. And sometimes when you talk on the phone, you're going to be on there for an hour to some of these people.
Yep.
I just don't have time for that.
So you're like me. I always prefer texting because you get to it when you get to it.
You get to it when you get to it. I can more easily respond to a text message. I mean, some people just don't like to text. Hey, what's up, Donna? Some people just don't like to text. Some people just want to call on the phone. And I'm not one of those guys. I just don't like to talk on the phone. I never have really liked to talk on the phone. But so what we're doing is we're talking about texting versus talking on the phone.
Because I'll talk to my mom. I'll talk to my mom, my grandparents on the phone. I'll text my grandpa.
There's some people that I will talk on the phone. Like my mom, I'll talk to her on the phone. I'll text her too. I'll talk to my mom and dad on the phone. And I guess. So, I mean, I really have a choice, do I?
Just asking. You said no.
No, I'll do it. It's fine. It's fine. So anyway, so I'll talk to my mom and my dad on the phone. I'll talk to, occasionally my kids on the phone too. But even my kids sometimes I don't want to talk to on the phone because they can be kind of boring to talk to sometimes on the phone. It's just easier to text. If I have something urgent that I need to talk to Cameron about or Jaden about or my weather team about, I'll call them. Mm-hmm. But I just don't like to talk on the phone because it takes me away from what I need to be doing.
Right.
I have a guy that will text me and wants me to call him. Hey, call me when you get a chance. I don't have a chance. I don't have a chance. When is there a chance? I don't have a chance.
True.
Because if I call you, I don't mind calling if we're going to be on the phone for like just a minute. That's okay.
But usually when you call us like this, work
right,
like 5 minutes.
But some people don't know how to like end the call. Some people just want to keep on talking. No. I have to be rude. I feel like I'm being rude. I don't want to be rude. I feel like I'm being rude. I mean, I'm like, I can't talk. I've got to go. I'm in the middle of doing something. Okay, well, just one more thing. No, not one more thing. I don't have time to talk. Literally, I don't want to seem rude, but I have to be rude because I know it seems crazy, but I am an extraordinarily busy person. I never ever stop. So, I mean, even on my dinner break tonight, I go home and I'm trying to install GFCI outlets in my kitchen here. And I've got some of them installed. One of them I pull off the wall and there's just like what wires going everywhere. And I have no idea what wire goes to where. So, I mean, usually it's a black wire and a white wire and a grounding wire. Sometimes there'll be a couple sets of those if they're, splitting off and going to other outlets. But under this one, there's one outlet and there was 5 black wires and 1 white wire. And it made no sense at all. So I'm thinking to myself, and then I try to, put my face plates on my outlets that I did, and they won't fit right. Some of my outlets are crooked, and I can't get them back right. So it's just the wall, the boxes that are in the wall they're just old, and they need to be replaced. I think that's the whole team, their whole thing there. But
I think the most irritating thing is when you're trying to like finish a project and you can't because of that. You know what I mean?
You just hit the nail on the head. I told my wife that. I told her, no, I said, I cannot finish up my projects because of these little things like that. She said, no, you don't finish your projects up because you don't plan well. No, that has nothing to do with it. That has absolutely nothing. I planned well. I wrote it out. I wrote a list what I needed to do. Everything was almost done. The finishing touches was plates on the wall, on the electrical outlets. And lo and behold, that won't fit. Yeah. So now I've got to figure out how to make those things get flush. I'm gonna have to. There's. I know you can buy things that can make them like box extenders and whatnot, but I'm gonna have to YouTube it because I really am a loss. So, no, Eric, I didn't electrocute myself. Now I have. When I play, I usually turn the power off to those. So, but sometimes I'll just do it anyway. And last night I popped myself a couple times. But when you're doing an outlet, it just dings you pretty good. It ain't gonna kill you. Now, one time I'm outside and I'm doing something with my AC. And there's a reset button on it, and I kept pushing it with my finger. I didn't know, but if I had gone like an inch over to the left, I would have killed myself because I told my buddy that he's a air conditioning guy, and he said, "Man, you're lucky you didn't get your butt lit up." He said, man, that's dangerous what you were doing. He said that reset button's right next to some really powerful, I think it's 240 volts there. I mean, it's enough to kill you.
Who thought of that? Put the reset button next to your most powerful.
Well, because whoever does that, they know what they're doing. They know that that's there, and they know not what to touch and what not to touch. But somebody like me is a do-it-yourselfer, and I don't know what to touch. I'm lucky I'm not dead, because I should have. There's been many times I should have electrocuted myself. When you deal with an older house and you're renovating it, there's two things you're going to always run into issue-wise. Always, never fails.
Can I guess?
Yes.
Plumbing and electrical.
Every single time, plumbing and electrical. Plumbing's going to be corroded, and they're going to be breaking pipes, and you're going to have water leaks and whatnot. And then you're going to have electrical outlets that don't want to work. So,
on the bright side here, you've taught yourself a lot.
I've taught myself a whole lot, and I do enjoy it. But it just frustrates me when I can't finish a project because of little things. Now, instead of going on to something else like tomorrow, I have to figure out how to fix this. I'm about to go back to Lowe's. It means another trip to Lowe's, another probably $30-$40. Every time I go to Lowe's, it's $40-$50, and then I go back and it may or may not work.
Right.
And then at the end of it, I'll have to wind up calling somebody that knows what they're doing to come out and do it. Because I can't
more
do
money.
It. More money. More money. So,
living in an apartment is not that bad sometimes.
Yeah, but see, the thing about it is you're losing money in that apartment.
I know. Trust me, I know.
You need to be in the house where you make money.
I know this.
All right.
You gonna buy me a house?
No, I wish I could.
Maybe Eric will. Maybe someone watching will just be like, "Hey, Cameron, bought a house for you."
No, Eric might. He could. Eric could do. He's got the money. He's high dollar. He's got the money.
Maybe just like anyone watching, be like, "Hey, Cam, got your Christmas present. Happens to be a house." I'd be okay.
I bet Corey Davis got a bunch of money. He'd buy you a house.
Corey, if you want to buy me a house, if it's in Bowie, I'll commute.
There you go.
That is a commute, though.
Yeah, it is.
Especially if there's like severe weather, that's a commute.
My daughter drives to Jacksboro every day to work, and I
don't know how she does that.
I hate it. I mean, because that's a dangerous stretch of road, and every morning she leaves early, and it always worries me because you're always hearing of bad wrecks down there, down 281, down 79. It's because it's 2-lane. You got passing lanes in there, but it's 2-lane, and people get distracted by their cell phones, or they're putting their makeup on or something like that. But
do you put your makeup on while driving?
No, I don't wear makeup. I mean, even in TV, there are plenty of people that do. Most people do wear makeup. I don't wear makeup. I did when I first started. I was like, you know what? I would cake on all this makeup and stuff. And I was like, you know what? It doesn't make a difference. I'm still shiny on here regardless. Like I have oily complexion, so I'm not wearing this crap anymore. So I quit wearing makeup.
I try to fix my oily complexion and it just caused me to have really bad breakouts. So I gave up.
It's good to have an oily complexion because later in life, it reduces wrinkles.
Well, I'm 24 and I got wrinkles, so I'm screwed.
Well, you got one right there. I got the wrinkles up there too. So
that's a deep wrinkle, bro. I'm screwed.
You can go. It's called Botox.
Yeah, I'm not getting Botox.
They say if you do Botox like early on, it eventually will completely paralyze those muscles, and you will, you won't need it anymore. So,
is that a good thing if it can paralyze it?
I don't know. I don't
want to tell my forehead never move again. That'd be kind of weird.
I've never had Botox. I would like to have a little bit right here, but I've never had.
Isn't it
Botox.
Just an injection?
Yeah, it's just an injection. It used to be real expensive. I don't think it. I mean, I think they have people that just do it now. Used to you had to go to a nurse. Now I think anybody can do it. So
there you go, side hustle. We'll start Botoxing.
We've been looking for a side hustle. So. I don't know. I'm doing decent at Cowshe. How about you? How are you doing at Cowshe?
Decent, not as much as you, but also I'll say I'm not as consistent as you are. I try to be, but like I took about a week off from it. And
yeah, well, you had a good reason to take a good week off, but it's doing okay. I have long-term goals with that, and we'll see if it'll play off. I mean, it's 2 steps forward, 2 steps back. You'll play it and you'll win. And all it takes is one day wipes it all out. Look at Heath, our buddy Heath Morton, who's been on here before. And he was, and let me just explain what Cowshe is. Cowshe is an app that it's like the stock market. You can buy stock, you buy contracts on a specific temperature. And this particular region we're forecasting for our city is Austin, Texas. Mm-hmm. So you look at Austin, Texas, and it gives you a list of numbers, and you have to try to forecast the high right. It's a market, and the market will go. It'll go up, then it'll go down. It does like this. It fluctuates as the temperatures fluctuate. It's just like the stock market, except instead of buying stock and like a company, you're buying stock in the weather, and it's only good for one day. So I've been doing that, and I hit them most of the time. But there'll be a day where you won't make as much. You'll lose a little bit. But our buddy Heath Morton had been playing it for a while, and he built his portfolio up really nice, and then lost everything today because he instead of selling his contracts,
Sounds familiar.
he bought them instead of selling. I did that the other day too, and I wound up. I've done that several times.
I say it's not just the other day; it's multiple times.
I've done it like many times. It's easy to do because you're doing it. You don't realize it says buy, and then you're not clicked on sell. So, but anyway, you have to know what Kalshi is to really understand what we're talking about. It's a lot of fun. I really enjoy it. I really do. It's a lot of fun. It's a challenge.
Oh yeah.
And I'm looking to build my my portfolio up here, and hopefully I'll continue to do better. Hopefully one day have enough money to retire on or something. Maybe
is that what this is for your retirement fund?
Well, it's something I don't know yet. I want to buy a new truck, so maybe that's what I'll do with it. So we'll see.
Can I have your old truck?
Yeah, I'll sell it to you.
I don't want it.
You got a truck. Cameron just bought him a truck, y'all.
I don't want your truck.
So Cam, how you doing after your heartbreak the other day?
I'm a lot better today. I think I'm back to myself today.
Okay, well you weren't yesterday, so today you are, right?
Yeah, I just had to refine my confidence. I found it back again. So.
What made you find your confidence back again?
Going to the gym and looking in the mirror. I'm so serious.
That sounded conceited, man.
What do you mean?
I went to the gym and looked in the mirror, so I got my
I
confidence
just
back.
kind of reminded me of my self-worth. Don't let someone.
There you
define
go.
who I
That's
am.
right. Now that's good. That's what I like to hear. You can't let someone define you. You define yourself.
Life's too short. And like Matthew McConaughey said, you got to keep living, man. LIVIN.
That's right. You got to keep living. That's right.
Yeah,
So
I feel better today.
of course it's easy for him to say because he's a
millionaire.
a billionaire and a celebrity, so it's easy for him to say that. But
and then I slept a lot today, and I think there was like a hard drive reset, if that makes sense.
you do seem like a little bit more like Cameron tonight.
Yeah, I told you. I had slept. I slept a lot. Like I slept. I think I went to bed late, like 3 or 4 in the morning, which is. I've been pretty good about my bedtime lately, but last time I went to bed like 3 or 4. I went to the gym super late, and then did that, and then woke up about 11 o'clock, right when NFL free agency started.
Mm-hmm.
So I started watching that. I watched that for about 2 or so hours. Kept watching Pat McAfee show. Then I took another wave of naps, and then I woke up and
Hey, you were tired, weren't you?
tired. And like I said, I think it's just a good little like mental hard drive reset for me.
That was kind of like my Saturday. This past Saturday, the weather, of course, it's just awful.
Sucked.
And so I mean, I kind of dozed off and on throughout the day there. What's up there? Megoon. Is that Megun? Megun.
That's Megan. Don't.
I've never seen anybody spell it with Megun like that.
Don't be mean to her.
That's kind of cool though. Megun, Corey, Gorky. It sounds like a dog kind of.
Megan, Corey, Gordon.
No, it's Megun.
No, it's Megan.
No. It's spelled Megun. Here we go again. It's the whole Michelle Michael thing again. It's Megun.
Maybe it's Megan.
Maybe it's Megan. You're right. It could be Megan. That
Maybe
makes
it's
more
Machine
sense.
Gun Kelly.
No, does that look like Machine Gun Kelly? No, it doesn't. So.
No. But yeah, like last night, I said I got a little too far in my head again last night, and I just went to the gym and kind of let it all out, and we're good now.
Creek. Megoon says it's Creek.
I'm confused.
I think she meant to say Greek.
I'm still confused.
I don't know. But anyway, well, welcome, Megoon or Megan, whatever. Welcome. We're glad you're here.
We gotta stop looking so deep into the names.
I know, but I'm bad with names anyway, and I'm a bad speller. I'm a terrible speller. If it weren't for spell check, I would misspell every single thing out
The
there.
bad side is our graphics software does not have spell
No,
check.
I have to be careful, and I do misspell.
Do you know what
stuff.
word always trips me up? I do not know why, no matter how many times I spell it, we use it as often as we do.
What's that?
Scattered.
Oh, that's not hard. It's just SC.
But I always overthink it. I'm like, is it 2 T's or 2
Yeah, it's
R's?
2 T's.
Yeah, I know, but I overthink it. I'm like, is it 2 T's or is it 2 R's? I always.
Well, words like committed do that to me. Like, is it 2 M's or 2 T's?
2 M's.
Okay, well, see, sometimes I can't remember that.
No,
I don't know why
that's
my brain.
Italian with scattered.
My brain has a hard time comprehending that. Is it like committed 2 M's or 2 T's? And I guess it is 2 M's, but I mean, I have a hard time. And there's other words just like that too. I can't remember.
Yeah, it's just 1 T.
So.
Well,
Well, she could have meant to say creep. I wasn't trying to be ugly. I mean, really, I'm not. I mean, I'm not making fun of Meg. I'm just trying to get her name right. That's all. I'm not trying to be a creep. I'm not a creep. Neither is Cam. We're 2 good old boys, So
it's kind of funny. Imagine that we were just trying to spell her name and she actually meant to call us
Creep? You creep.
That's kind of insulting.
I hope she didn't mean to say that. I hope she didn't say creep. Because I certainly didn't mean to be mean or anything.
Megan, can we get clarity, please?
Megan, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to be ugly, and I do apologize. And I like your dog there on the picture there. It looks like a little pit, maybe.
Dude, back up from the mic. You're gonna scare these people off now.
Okay. I just looking at the dog. I'm a dog person, so I love dogs. So
Megan, we're sorry he is getting that age where he's a little older now.
I am.
He's a little older, so the brain isn't as sharp as it used to be.
So and I know this may sound weird, and I probably shouldn't be talking about it on Facebook Live, but I don't want to get old.
Oh yeah.
I don't like getting old, man. I mean, like I talked to my mom and my dad. They're in their 80s now. And
Greek. Okay.
Greek, there we go.
She did not call us a creep.
Good. I thank you. Thank you for clarifying that, Megan.
I don't need to lose sleep tonight.
Yeah. So anyway, but when I talked to them, it's like my mom says today, she says, I can't sleep at night. So why? She said, my legs hurt. I was like, why? She just said, I don't know. My legs just hurt at night. She said, I take some ibuprofen in the morning and I'm fine. She said, Dad tried to go out and walk today, but he can't walk. It hurts his back. And I'm like, man, I don't want to be that guy.
That's the worst part. Like just that thought of like, as you get older, your body just, starts to hurt more and more. And I don't like Matt, like, I'm not saying it's like a terrible life, but it's just not exciting to look forward to that you're just going to be hurting all the time.
Well, it's more depressing than anything that's depressing. But I mean, it's like my parents, they live over there in Mississippi by themselves. They have no family around them at all. They won't move. My sister lives in Arkansas and I live here. They will not move. And they're at the age now to where they need help and they will not move. They're just stubborn as they can be. They will not move.
Does your mom watch this?
No. No.
I was going to give her a sales pitch.
Sometimes she does, but a lot of time my sister will watch it sometimes when it's on my personal page.
Well, I think your parents just moved to Wichita Falls.
I don't think it's I think my dad just doesn't want to move. He's like, he told me one time, I've lived here my whole life. I mean, this is the place. I mean, they have a beautiful place where they live, beautiful place in the country. It's got a beautiful land where they live on and a nice house. But I mean, it's just their house is getting aged and it's needing some work done on it. And they won't do the work.
Do you think, hear me out. Do you think this is a situation where they haven't accepted that they need the help yet? Could that be it?
Oh, they know. No, they know. They both know, but I think it overwhelms them, and I can understand it. It overwhelms them to know they have to pack up their house and then move, like relocate across the country.
It is harder at that age.
I could understand that, but I mean, it sucks because there's no family around them. There hadn't been for a long time. When I first moved here, I thought, at some point I'd probably go back home, and I've had the opportunity, and I may still even have an opportunity in the next couple of years if I want it, but I don't really want to go back to, back there. This is home now,
I'll say that's, my grandparents the same way. My grandma, like this is their last home is what they say. Well, my grandpa would love to move. If he had it his way, he would have lived in Kentucky, Mississippi, and now Texas.
Mm-hmm.
That's just how he is. And my grandma's constant mind, like, she's like, Carl, you are we're at the age we can't do that anymore.
Yeah.
And it's funny because if he had it his way, he'd be living in Wichita Falls right now too. And I know he watches this, so
right. Well, my dad has got neuropathy real bad. And I know that gives him a hard time.
What's that?
It's just something to do with the blood circulation in your legs, and it doesn't circulate correctly, and it causes your legs to feel like they're going to sleep all the time.
Oh, that's terrible.
And so I know he has a hard time with that. And I know that I know we're being depressing, and I'm sorry. I'm just kind of down in the dumps tonight.
See, Ken, like I said, we are like the weather. We're like trying to reach equilibrium. Okay, I peaked back up today, and now you're down.
See, this is true. This is one here that Darla, that she brings up a good point here. And I think it could break my parents' heart to leave. I don't think it would break my mom's heart because she wants to be my family. I think it would get my dad more than anything else. I think he just is happy where he is. And I think that's the reason. And I tell him it's fine. If that's the way you're going to be, you're going to be. But, I can't, it sucks because if something goes wrong, I can't just get there. It takes me over 8 hours to drive there. Mm-hmm. I mean, I can fly, but that's going to take, by the time you fly, you could have driven.
That's the thing. It's like, same thing for my family. My family is far away from me here.
That's the problem thing. That's a problem about, the TV business when you're in. You don't get to, the work usually chooses you. You don't all necessarily get to say, oh, I'm going to go live in Austin, Texas. I'm going to do weather there. You don't get to do that. You have to apply for a job, and in the TV business is real objective. You have a couple of people that look at it, and they'll look at your your resume, and they may like you and they may not. It doesn't matter what the public thinks. It matters what It matters what the general manager and the news director thinks. That's all that matters. So they may see it, and the news director may love you, but and I'm not talking about this station. I'm just talking about in general. The news director may see you and love you, and the general manager doesn't. And guess what? You don't get the job.
Well, that's like like you saw my reel and you didn't like me, but here I am.
No, I did like you. No,
but like it's very true with this field.
It's a real objective field.
The job chooses you.
Subjective. It chooses you. You're right.
The job chooses you.
I mean, you could.
I kind of got lucky. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like I got pretty lucky because, a couple of years before I graduated, people were going to like Alaska and stuff. It was just where they could get a job was Alaska.
Yeah.
Absolutely not.
Mm-mm.
But I always said, I would love to go live in Texas. And guess where I'm at right now?
Yeah. Well, when I applied for this job, I said, "There's just no way I'm gonna go live in Wichita." I had driven through Wichita Falls on my way to Colorado, storm chaser. I'm on my way to Colorado or somewhere. And it had I just drove through the interstate, the highway there at 287. And I was like, when I just driving through that, I didn't think much of it. And I was like, there's no way I could live out here. But after I moved out here, and I got to know the area and I know the people. The people is what made me like the place. Mm-hmm. It wasn't the beautiful scenery here.
That's what I'm saying. Like that's what I've told you before. I said, going to like community events, like when we had that big community snowball fight, like
mm-hmm.
the people here, they're just so nice. Like there is so much Southern hospitality here, if not more.
Oh, it's more so here. I'm from the deep South, and I can tell you right now, this place is way more friendly than Mississippi. There's it's one of those things where there is that Southern hospitality, but it's real cliquish.
Yeah.
And it's there. It's tough to fit in there. It is here. Everybody fits in because it's such a diverse state to live in. In Mississippi, though, if you're an outsider, it's very difficult to come inside and live there and fit in.
I mean, you were from Mississippi, though, so you weren't really an outsider.
No, but I don't know if I really felt like I fit in.
Really?
I just don't know if I really felt like I fit in. I feel like I fit in way more here.
Aren't you just a little country boy, though?
Yeah.
Not anymore. You don't really strike me as a country boy anymore.
Well, I don't, because I still like to go fishing some, but I don't hunt anymore really. And I do like to. There's some things I do like, but I mean, in general, I don't. I don't know. I guess I'm more certified these days. So, what's up, Ruby?
You just got a lot of stuff going on.
I do. I'm just so busy, and it's just like I mean, and like I say, it's these little things, and then it make me mad. My wife says, "No, it's because you don't plan." No, you're looking at me right here. This is why I can't get stuff done. It's because I can't get these little things done, like putting a faceplate on the electrical outlets. So easy to do, and then it wouldn't fit. So now I got to go back and figure out how to fix this crap and make it fit.
See, Ken, look, the people, they love us, Ken.
My favorite weather guys.
They love us, Ken.
Yeah, but guess what? I'm right to go because I have to go do the cut in. So
you feel so strongly about this.
Billy, I mean, we have to get off of here so I can do the cut in. I'm telling the truth.
It's so funny. He's like, well, we got to go so I can go do the cut in.
Oh, I heard him. I heard that. I gave you an opportunity to get out of
I'm not going to say no to that. It's a cut in. It's not hard to do. It's easy.
But he's going to complain about it all
I
night
just
long.
saw it.
I'm just in a mood.
Question mark. So I took it upon myself to come at you.
I'm in a mood tonight. I'm sorry. I'm in my feelings. My feelings tonight is what it is. I'm in a better mood now than I was.
Me and Ken cannot be at the same spot at the same time. Like I'm feeling way better today, and he's not. Like
I know. Y'all need to recycle, brothers.
So, I mean, I'm telling you, when I went home tonight to try to finish up some little projects and I couldn't get it to fit, and I had the little things, it just was like, oh man, I couldn't finish it up because of that. So now I got to go back to the drawing board again. Oh, we got 9 minutes, so we're good. I do got to go get dressed though, so I'm not dressed yet. So,
in your feelings is crazy. You're not actually in your feelings, are you?
I'm
you know what that means? Do you know what that means? If you're in your feelings,
what?
Are you sad?
Maybe I am a little sad sometimes. I think I am a little bit depressed, a little sad sometimes. I think I really am. You don't see that part of me. You don't.
This is taking a really, really bad.
You don't see that. Y'all don't see that part. What you see is serious, fun Weatherman. What you don't see is the other side of me that is kind of a little sad sometimes.
Yeah, you're human though.
Yeah, I am.
We all go there. I was there for the past couple of days, but here we are. You pull through, man. You gotta keep LIVIN.
Cameron, you're a good man. What's up there? There's Nate.
Good old Storm Master Nate.
Storm Master Nate on there. Stormmaster Nate's a good guy.
Ty's late to the party. Come on, Ty.
Cut, can, and break. What's that supposed to mean?
Dude, I was not expecting you to throw that at me. You threw some hard stuff right there.
What?
I'm a little sad.
I am a little bit. I am.
I just was not meant to prepare for that.
I think I'm a little overwhelmed.
You're overstimulated, Ken.
And I'm just a little
Ken,
just
see what Ty
sad.
said, that what makes a man is his ability to get back up whenever the world knocks down.
Trust me. The world has knocked me down on more than one occasion.
What do they say in Rocky? The world ain't all sunshine and rainbows.
You're gonna eat thunder and crap lightning, kid. Is that what he says? Mickey says you're gonna eat thunder and crap lightning.
That's how winning is done.
You're gonna eat thunder and crap lightning, kid. Mickey loves you. I don't know. I don't know that, but Rocky is a good movie though. So I need something new to watch too.
I told you to watch Daredevil.
Yeah, well, my wife ain't gonna watch that.
Okay, well, maybe it's something you need to watch on your own.
We watched something called The Outsider on HBO Max, and it had Jason Bateman in it, and it started off really good. The first 2 episodes, great, and then the middle of it was boring. I mean, it sucked. And then the ending, the first 2 episodes and the last 2 episodes were great, but the middle all was just boring.
I'm cutting Ken a break.
Oh, thanks, Jennifer Cannon. Her peachy. I almost called her. I'm glad to say. Oh, look, anyway, I gotta go.
Dude,
I gotta go.
you got reel it in, man.
I gotta reel it in. Look, I'm sorry. This was Ken Cry tonight. Hopefully tomorrow night's better. So if not, I'm gonna make Kyrie fill in for me next time. So Sideshow Kyrie. We're gonna start calling Kyrie Sideshow.
Sideshow.
We'll have Sideshow on here sometimes. You all right with that name, Sideshow? All right. Kyrie said he's good with Sideshow.
You just gave it to him, so
yeah. You'll meet Kyrie. You've met Kyrie on here before. Kyrie, come say hi. Sideshow Kyrie. This is Sideshow Kyrie right here. He's a good man too, and he's single, ladies. 2 single guys right here. So all right, all right.